Well, the sun is going down here in the west. You find Monroe Lee here today. We're going to get a little bit of thoughts in for today. I won't take too much of your time up. Let me get my camera set up here. I might can do something with it here. This is Monroe Lee here today. Today's date is like 18th, 20th day of March of 2020. I'm here shooting a segment called F. I told my attorney friend Ray Washington a couple of days ago, I say, Ray, I'm going to be shooting F here the next few days if I get a chance to before I come down. However, as you know, at this time we're going through a crisis here in Florida, and matter of fact, the whole world, with this CV-19 viral disease, the complication with the respiratory system, it's running havoc on the world. And yes, as a man of God, some 40-some years ago, 41 to be exact, I stepped into the ministry. I had reviewed the scripture, John the Baptist, Jesus Christ, all the prophets, all the way through creation. And I just see where God was at work throughout the whole creation of mankind. And throughout history, you see where people, they challenge God, they challenge right, and sometimes it appears to be some close calls, as Hitler reign was in his day in the 1940s. Other leaders sought to oppress humanity even in Jesus' time. The Romans had great power, and they did everything they could to suppress the Jewish people. Now what I'm saying to y'all, you, my audience today, I'm not trying to be Mr. Big this and that, but I am founded on a rock. That foundation, I say, is Jesus. Some might question, well, why you say you believe in Jesus? Well, I got 50-some years experience with that name. 6,000 miles away up into that 1 billion plus miles of travel. But as I said in the previous segments, attempts made on my life, I was shook up into this ministry. I didn't just step into it now. I gave God an excuse that I couldn't do it because I was going to think I wanted money. So I was afraid to step out on God's word for 3 years. I suffered being chased, run, attempted murder. People tried to kill me. Witchcraft added. I survived all that to sit here today and say, God is able. And I just think about the scripture when the 3 Hebrew boys were threw into the furnace. And the king said, he was looking down in there. He said, didn't I throw 3 into the furnace? And I heard that the people who threw him in, and he was so exceedingly hot that it killed them, the ones who threw him in. So he said, didn't I throw 3 in there? I see 4 walking around there unhurt, they're not bound. And they 4 seem to be the Son of God. That pleases me. Because let me tell you something. I went off into that volcano in 75. That's 24 years before I received this. This Bible come to me after I came out of Mexico. That time in 1997. Since that time, I haven't punched the clock for a man since. Why? I went into full retirement. And what happened, I supported myself by giving to others. You say, how is that be? Let me tell you something. And that's what I mentioned in one of my earlier segments. I was took advantage of in my hometown Madison. Why? Because I was hurt doing 5 churches worth $1 million+ in construction costs. What happened? The fellow brothers, black guys, they turned their back on me. Why? How? After 40 years of knowing me, an upright man trying to do the right thing in the community, I happened to get hurt in Live Oak, Florida, June 18th, 2002. And when I was hurt, I was paralyzed. I had to learn to walk again, have my dogs to pull me on the bicycle and pull my way back up. And then I realized that one day, by the time 2003 come, I had pulled myself back up, I had the dogs pull me on the bicycle to get my mobility together. I realized that I could have been dead. I started challenging the county of Alachua County to release my funds they owe me from a survey job where they black women survey for the land up that blue. And what happened, they continue to ignore me. The politicians have covered this up for all these years. And what happened, I realized that I wasn't getting no younger. In 2003, I stepped out on God's word in the Martin Luther King type tone and started protesting from the University of Florida, 13th Street and University, all the way down to the Alachua County Court Administration. All right, well, I said court, it used to be a courthouse, but now it's just county administration. They got several floors there. I went right to that second floor where the legal department at, and I preached to them for 7 to 8 hours a day average, except for my lunch break. Gave me a son, got the news, they came and interviewed me. They said, Mr. Lee, what's the situation? I told them that I was owed money, I was black with a survey. And they said, how long you will maintain this vigil of protest? I said, as long as it takes, indefinitely. That was printed in the paper, gave me a son. To this day here, I haven't got a dime. And I demonstrated letters to you last time with Chestnut DeFoe, Charles Chestnut, a great descendant of the Chestnut heir, descendant of the bloodline like my father. These gentlemen haven't did a thing to help me. Al Sharpton came to town. I gave him information about the blackmail. He haven't did a thing. He was a stand out as black leader. Also, Jesse Jackson came to town, Secret Service with him. He stands as a great leader. He haven't touched a finger to lift that burden from my heart when I know I've been dead wrong. So by the time 2007 came around, I stepped out in the 2004. I stepped out and said, I'm going to see what's the evils of this political system that caused none of these blacks to want to help a fellow black American as myself. So I found out that the Confederacy is still at hand there in Alachua County, in so many other parts of the country too. And what I'm saying, the Civil War been fought 100 and something plus years, 150 something plus years, but people still got this evil, this madness in them. And some people don't realize that during slavery time, blacks owned slaves too. Blacks was buying blacks as slaves. So what I'm saying to you, color ain't got nothing to do with evil. And that's what I'm going to expound to you today in this F section here, while coronavirus raises the country. I'm still saying I have been dead wrong, and nobody wants to acknowledge it. But yet and still, God got to open our eyes to let us know all this stuff that we're going through in life here is just temporary. And that's what a man of God, a woman of God, the people of God got to remember. We must be able to look to God for the final salvation. But there's so much we can do now for ourselves. Now, you know this precaution that we have it now. We are supposed to remain sanitary at 100%. Washing your hands, covering your nose when you sneeze and when you cough. And some people not going to do it. I see where the beaches down in South Florida had to be shut down by the government. People just partying. And I remember that's one of the things that scared me up, got me in the middle. You read Revelation, you realize when he was saying so many people going to be dying and this and that, and so many people going to be seeking death and not finding it. People's not seeing to seek death. And that's back to what I'm saying here about Alachua County. Okay, now 2018, I'm on my ministry. I travel the world making people smile. I go to nursing home, that's why I have this therapy truck here, which I give you of this before I cut the tape off here. I was down there doing my service to the community and family, and somewhere or another, I got tangled up on a bug at Walmart. What happens? In 2 days, 3 days, third day, I'm dying. I make it to Shands Hospital thinking I'd go and get a shot for a spider bite. It was mercy. Now what happened then? When I realized April the 7th, 2018, that I was dying of MRSA, I said, let me go get my dogs and my birds, because Alachua County had been against me for years with my dogs and my birds. They say, Mr. Lee, you do not understand. You are dying. I said, what? Flesh-eating disease took a hold of you under your bloodstream. And man, I couldn't believe it, but I said, okay. And they say, Mr. Lee, you're talking about the brutality of Alachua County and with your animals and how they did you and what they got it in for you. If you die, they got your animals anyway. But if you live, stay here and get the treatment, you got a chance to retrieve your animals. And that's the faith that I went on. And believe me, I have half of my animals. I recovered half of them so far. How did I do that? when I went to court, back up a little bit, what happened is, I knew that they wanted my trained animals and how they had confiscated animals from me before illegally and killed some. Listen at this. So what happened is, when I took the treatment at Shane's Hospital for 5 days, I was released. Then I go to Alachua County Public Works on the 3rd to retrieve my animals and pay the fee for sheltering them. They ship me around with me for weeks and weeks. Yes, going into a month. So I took them to court to sue them for custody of my dogs, to get my dogs back. So they mad, they showed me, they mad at me for writing the governor, Department of Justice on them, and every other legal mean I could to try to get my money for all those years. And while the black people's covered it, the black people's in the government. Listen at this now. So they said, we'll show him some. They turned around and sued me for custody of my animals. They already had my animals. So what I did then, I turned around, meet them in court. Yes, June of 2018. They already had snuffed my case out I had against them through legal process. See that? You see that? Because I'm not a lawyer. Then I snuffed my case out. Now they running full blast on me. They shot for an attorney, Ferrero. Yes, in Alachua County. They shot for her. And she put this animal lover. They may let this cat here, Monroe Lee, is the most cruel animal lover, take care of their ears. He's unfit to have his animals. And now she said it in writing. So I told them how I took care of them. I had them over 20 years in the same bloodline of dogs. You know what they did? They said that they did $2,600 of psychological tests on my dogs and my birds. You hear that? Now, that's what makes it so sad. As I told my attorney friend Ray Washington the other day when I was talking with him. We blacks have been chased in all parts of the world with dogs when we run away from slavery. Hunted down, killed, brutality, rape, murder, all with dogs. Now, society, instead of giving you full rights as a black man, have found some legal maneuver to love the animals more than they love the black man. So that means, black man, you're not fit to own animals. You are less than an animal because we had you as an animal one time, we had to turn you loose, but now we're showing you ain't unfit to have no animal. You unfit to have an animal, especially a collie dog. See, that's what every white person thinks. I mean, that's true fact. And Ray come understand it. He's a white guy. He's my friend. I told him, hey, well, these collies don't figure black folks have collies. He couldn't believe it. But it all boiled down to just what I had said. Now listen to this. They ruled that they keep, the judge ruled that I pay $2,600 and also they keep my dogs. That means, Negro, you got no more ministry and you not to have another dog or bird in this county. Now you hear that? That show you a meanness. See, that showing me we got a way to get you back for challenging us. You put a lien against our property up, then we turn it over to the city, and the city turned it back over to us, say legal maneuvering. You see that? All because this Alachua County Land Trust deal that they get every way they can to get this land, get black power, black slavery still in the 1990s. That's Monroe Lee. They go out there and survey all those snakes. If he survived, they make him draw 2 maps, topo map and contour map, because they know they're making billions and billions of dollars like the developments over to the west and the north side of that that's been developed along Northwest 53rd Street, 43rd. This is all true fact. So what I'm saying to you, they don't know. God sees all this here, all this wickedness and evil. They thinking they're getting away with it, but one day they have to pay. And that's what I'm saying, respecting on this evil time that we're living in now. All people want to do, they want more for me. More for me and them. So the thing is, excuse the dogs in the background, God is in control. So what happened is, when they ruled that unfair ruling on me, I was in shock. She said, that's the judge. She made fun of that or something like that. She said, all right, let me call it. Hey, I want that cut right down there. I'm the shot caller here. You interrupted my video. Now I'm not going to tolerate it. You not bark, you did your thing, now I want you to back off. Hey, GG, get away from that gate there. Back to the video. I might want to take a break, but you see where I'm at now. Been black man, been abused for 40 years. Alachua County. But see, God is stepping in now. So what happened is, when they ruled against me, you remember, keep the dog, $2,600, and also to keep my dog. Ray Washington, a white professional attorney, had to be in court that day. Why? Because people were challenging him. They wouldn't do anything about a rich woman who was actually not taking care of her dog. They wouldn't bring a case against her. They said she had too much money. So Ray didn't like that. So what he was trying to get the judge to do is take some action on his case. But he realized, on the other hand, there's a black guy over here was dead in the hospital, and y'all supposed to keep his dogs. He got out. You keep his dogs, and then you put this unfair ruling against him all the way around and $600 plus keeping his dogs and no more dogs and animals. That's unfair. That can't be right. He just couldn't understand that. So I didn't know that God had put him there. I get to Tallahassee in a daze, shouting the people, and I did me like this drinking over the coals, it was to say. And then got this fee hanging over my head. So I get a phone call at McDonald's parking lot where I was abused so many times, but I just happened to be there. And I had seen a vision that years ago, but I didn't know what the vision was. Phone rang. I pick it up. Hello? He said, hello, this is attorney Ray Washington down at Gainesville. I said, Ray Washington? I think he's the black guy ran for commission, some black Washington guy. And he say, you been in school any day of your life? I said, yeah, I went to high school, college. He said, Mr. Lee, I was in the court the other day. George Washington, I'm kin to him, so you know. I mean, let me know he's a white man. He said, I was in court the other day on the unfair ruling they did on you. He said, if I help you, it's legal matter. Help you get your dogs back. When you come back and help, would you fight for your right? I said, yes, sir. I said, I remember during the Civil War, being a historian buff, they say the black man wouldn't fight. Lincoln said, President Lincoln said, give it the black man something to fight for is right, and fight with weapons in the Constitution. He say, they'll turn this war around, and you saw we did. Now what I'm saying to you, Mr. Washington, if you got to help me, I have no money to pay you. I'm coming back from Tallahassee. I went on back down that 150 some miles plus, and I started that protest again, all fired up again, sleeping up on the first in the bus stops, down at the University of Florida on bus stops, concrete bus stops. That for a couple of months. Then I moved my way back across 13th Street to a little Spanish place in front of McDonald's, Miami Filipinos or something, they call it. That in front of McDonald's, like 12th Street. I'm sleeping up on the bench there, yes. And put my umbrellas up, sleeping up on it in case it rained. But God fixed it with it only rained in the daytime, never at night, for several months. And one morning, this true fact, I'm laying up under that bench, bus stop bench. Police come to see what I guess involved in some kind of sexual pleasure, I guess, whatever, white and black. They looked out there, see me just cooling on my little spring out bed, let out bed. And so I told them when I was in a protest, and I go down to protest, they said, well, you ain't bothering about it. They ain't call the police on your head. We just come to check you out. I said, okay. So now, you see that? So a day or so later on, here comes the employee out with this blower. That man got that blower blowing up. He probably ain't mean it, but by the blower having all that velocity, he blew all that trash right up under there, under that bench where I was sleeping at. Man, look at that devil told me, you weak. Get out there and go kill somebody. Go slaughter somebody. That's the devil, see? But being a preacher, you got to resist that. You say, no, they'll kill me. That's going to make me like a fool. Huh? So I say, no. I resisted. But what I did, get from under that bench, I moved on down then to start sleeping up on the ledge of the county administration building. No, by old Joe was the Confederate statue. Yeah. I'm sleeping right there at Stonewall Jackson Camp, Confederate camp, where they got a plaque on the wall. Yeah, I'm sleeping there on that little cot. I would sleep there. I would stay up all night long as people was moving. Then I would lay down there and sleep at the night from like 2 or 3 o'clock up in the back daylight. Then I get up. If it's cold, I wait up till it warm up. People's county administration, they going to work. They're looking at me thinking I'm crazy. Yeah, I have a house right here in Perry. But what happened, I showed the man that I'm going to appreciate what he did. So Ray went to work with that lawyer thing. He went to talk to this one and that one. They still wouldn't listen. He wasn't my attorney. He just was trying to help a young black man who couldn't afford an attorney. Why? Because I put all my money back in the ministry. Yes, I do. So he showed how good God is. So that thing went on about 15 months, brothers and sisters. Do you believe that Ed Williams, over the animal department, he had an in for this brother? He had been taking, in his department, been taking black people's animals on a regular basis, a routine thing, taking the animal from black men. He got no business with no animals. And not a single white person's animal was confiscated throughout all that menagerie, or whatever they might say. So now listen at this. So Ray, I detected all of that. I took the information back. On the case, I visited all the homes where our dogs took. All black, even all the way over to Northeast Elected County. Yeah, over Walden. Yeah. So this was a epidemic case. So they changed the there's still activities going on. So they still live at Monroe. So I happened to dig up a letter the other day where I demonstrated in one of the earlier segments. Pam Bundy sent a letter to the Alachua County Chair, Chuck Tessner, the black man, and gave him a copy of the letter I sent him. So he had to know, and he said every time he see me coming in, he know that he got that letter. But what do? He tried to put it far out of his mind. I can't help this black man because they got me under the law. Somebody that gave me some money to the election commission. If they see me trying to help this black man too much, they're going to not give me the money again. Yeah, that's what they think. So that's what happened. And then how they got him, he go against me with the dogs. He really was for it because he realized that in his lifetime he hadn't got a fair shake. When he mentioned that, they took me in the back room. And when I mentioned last time, he said, Mr. Lee, he explained what the back room was. The back room, they told him, we got a legal case against this Negro. That means the judge went along with us. See that? That don't mean it was right. They shot for her. And they feigned that I was this bad guy. And that what she took it as. This bad guy here was taking care of animals. And they investigate. They gave these animals all these tests to run the bill up, to make sure I couldn't pay it. And then made her think, okay, you got to get these animals from this cat here. This cat is a nut. So that's the kind of stuff goes in society. But I'm saying to you now, God has eyes on all this foolishness. So I tell the evil man, you keep on living. One day it's up the road for you. Off the record, this is Monroe Lee, the 19th day of March of 2020, City of Perry. Thank you.